What better way to start an episode and have absolutely no idea what the second half of the episode is going to be? We've got Liverpool up next, and then we figure out who our Champions League opponents are going to be. Oh, also, we play Chelsea 3 times in 4 games again. Yay! So the first game of the episode is going to be this away match, televised away match, because obviously we're the big draw, against third place Liverpool at Anfield. And it's going to be a big one because look at us. We are in first place in the Premier League. We have, 15 games to go. Currently with a game in hand over second place Arsenal. We are 1 point above them. This is a moment for us to take a massive, massive step forward in the grand scheme of where we're going to position ourselves in the Premier League. Could this be the year that Sunderland win a Premier League title? I don't know. After that, we play Aston Villa at home in the league. Crystal Palace, another televised game because we are the draw. At home, and then we play our 2 games spread out over a week against our first Champions League knockout round opponents. We are in the playoffs after that brutal finish. If you have not checked out the last episode, please go and do that. The tag is up above. It was a heartbreaker to sit and watch Feyenoord come back and beat lowly Galatasaray 1-0 in the 82nd minute to knock us out of the top 8 and the round of 16. We could still get there, but to finish on 16 points with 3 other teams and be 3 goal differential points away from that 8th place Inter finish, knowing that we got slapped by PSG 6-0, check the tag. It's a heartbreaker. But we are going to take this in stride, beat whatever piece of crap they throw our way in the knockout rounds, and keep moving on. I mentioned it in the intro. We have Chelsea in the span. I know I said the span of 4 games. Miscounted. That's on me. I'm American. I don't know math. But we have Chelsea 3 times in the span of 14 days. We play Chelsea 3 times, once at home, once away, and once on a neutral field, Wembley, in 14 days. Holy biscuits. One of those, this neutral, is the Carabao Cup final. Walking out of our second season in charge, midway through our second season in charge, with a trophy would be awesome. So hopefully, if we're going to give up points, I would much prefer it to be in this FA Cup 5th round game. Let them take that, FA Cup, whatever. If we can win the Carabao Cup, I don't really give a crap about the FA Cup because we are top of the table and we're going to crush the Champions League. And this is going to be a 1 season save because we're great and we're going to win it all this year and it's going to be awesome. So to Chelsea and all the people that don't believe in us. So, All right, well, Arsenal beat Southampton because it's Southampton. So they have gone ahead of us. We now have 2 games in hand, but we're only 2 points behind. So another win puts us above them. And then additional points after that are just gravy on top. We can't do that until we get past Liverpool here. Our lineup today is going to be Owusu Adoro in goal, Aït-Nouri, Branthwaite, Zuma, and Masuri across the back line, Martel and Wharton at the double pivot, Malero, Karetsas, and Elliott across the attacking midfield, and then Ekitike as our center forward up top. So I covered it in the last episode, but we're currently sitting on a 3-match win streak. Against Liverpool. We played 4 games. We lost the very first one in the series. But since then, it has been just a one-way traffic for us. We beat them once in the league at the end of the season last year. once in our first game in the league against them this season, once in the Champions League, and now we are going for a fourth win in a row. That would be incredible. We have started out certainly the brighter of the two sides. They have 0 shots, 0 on target. We have 5 and 3. Still just less than half a goal expected, but the fact that Liverpool have not even managed a shot, I think bodes well for us. Malero fits it into the front post. Zuma goes up to beat his double coverage and does not get there. But they are an incredibly dangerous side, so we still need to watch ourselves. A draw still puts us in a pretty decent position to go ahead of Arsenal if we win our game in hand, but obviously we want to do what we can to make sure that we are winning the games that we can win. Zuma, front stick to back stick, Kurt Zuma up into the air. Malero lays it on a platter for him, and Zuma does what he does. That is his 20th goal of this season. 20th goal. He is 32 years old. He is asking for a new contract at the end of the season. He is slowing down, but I am going to try my gosh darndest to make sure that he is taken care of in a way that makes sense for us. I'm not going to give him a giant multi-year contract. I probably won't give him a raise, but to have us have put ourselves in a position where we can take care of him for taking care of us, I think it shows some good faith. Some good faith, certainly. So I'm going to take Adam Wharton out, put Enzo Lafie on. Samardzic is going to come on for Karetsis. We have a couple more tired legs across the front three. Maybe Ouedraogo is going to come in for Malero. He is an inside forward. I'm going to keep Harvey Elliott out there for right now. I might be able to push Ekitike out to the right and put Talal Haji up, but I'm going to give it a minute. Yeah, I trust you all to see this out. We're now in the 70th minute and Liverpool have just registered their first shot, but this is an incredibly dangerous squad and I would not put it past them to go and pull something out of their hats as we get a very dangerous... Okay, Elliott, I don't know what he was doing there, but we got it out. We have a very dangerous highlight starting in our box with a short kick. They go out to Jared Bowen, who is injured. He pulls up lame on that, but with the one-person advantage, we still can't do anything about it. Chiesa, oh my lord! How frustrating is that? The freaking medical team is already on the field. They've got 12 people on the field. They have 12 people on the field. Bowen is sitting here nursing his shoestrings. McAllister puts it into Chiesa. Missouri gets a great touch on it, but Owusu-Adoro is late to react. He's way over here protecting the goal from Chiesa's shot, and Curtis Jones sneaks it in like that little scallywag scoundrel he is. We need to make a substitution. Okay, we've got 2 subs left. I want to keep Ekitike's goal scoring ability on the field. So maybe we put him out to the right, bring Talal Haji on. And then we have Aït-Nouri that's tired on the left. Martel, our ball-winning midfielder, is tired. So I could put Zuma up to the ball-winning midfielder, Dan Ballard out to keep Zuma's height, put another big body in there. Or I think more likely I'm going to replace Aït-Nouri with Borna Sosa. Borna Sosa has been on fire. He just isn't playing today because Aït-Nouri is still in his little pouty fit that he isn't getting enough game time. I want us to try and score the winning goal. Missouri puts it up to the back stick. I didn't even know we were in the middle of a highlight. All right, Aït-Nouri is still on the field. Enzo Lafie up to Martel, back to Branthwaite. See wide, yes. See him now. Ouedraogo cuts it inside. No. Tries to beat his person. Aït-Nouri into Ouedraogo, who takes a huge whack at it. And is that Allison in goal? Becker? Is he? So hard to tell who is whom. All right, we've got 7 minutes of stoppage time. Let's encourage the boys. One last go at it. Come on. 1 minute left. We are going to end in a frustrating draw. We were so in control of that. 7 shots on target. And Allison Becker just showing why, I don't know why he has a 6-7, making 6 saves, but if only my 12-year-old were hearing that. 6-7, 6 saves, or 6 saves on 7 shots on target, 6-7s across the board. If you know, you know. And it was just down to Curtis Jones being in the right spot at the right time and being the first person to react to it. We still got a point. We are still moving forward. We are still in a position to go back top when we take our game in hand. When that happens, it might be this Aston Villa game midweek. I'm not entirely certain, but we are going to continue to push. We have 2 days until we figure out who is going to be our opponent for that. So I'm going to press ahead 2 days, and then I'll bring you back as we figure out who we're going to play. So see you in a bit. Here we are, the draw for the knockout playoff round for the Champions League, of which we are a part. We're about to see. So of the teams, so unseeded, there's Aston Villa, Galatasaray, Lazio, Dortmund, Celtic, Ludogorets, Milan, and Porto. And then we are part of the seeded teams between Arsenal, Bayern, Atalanta, Liverpool, Rennes, Atletico, and Barcelona. If we can get Ludogorets again in the knockout round, the knockout playoff round of the playoffs, can you... the luck associated with that would be crazy. Outside of them, I think Celtic is probably a good shout for us. Galatasaray or Porto. Milan would be okay, but I'm really not fond of remembering that stupid game where we were in control and then we were out of control and we ended up with a draw. Villa, we've seen them a bunch. They've seen us a bunch. And Dortmund and Lazio, they tend to be more difficult teams. So we're hoping for Ludogorets. Celtic would be great. Galatasaray would be good. Porto, I think, would be good. Milan and Aston Villa, I think, are in that third tier. And then Dortmund and Lazio, I'd prefer to just kind of get along. All right, so we've got Milan versus Liverpool. Okay. Galatasaray, we wanted this one. Atletico, all right. Lazio, we did not want them. Rennes, deal. Aston Villa, Barcelona, okay, that's a loss for them. Ludogorets, if this can be us, I'm going to lose my mind. Atalanta gets a free pass into the next round. Porto, I think this is the last of the teams that we would prefer, and we get them. All right, FC Porto is going to be our 2-legged opponent in this knockout playoff round of the Champions League. Celtic get Arsenal. All right, so that adjusts our schedule slightly. I guess I misspoke. I really thought that we were about to play... a two-legged match. Yeah, second leg match rules. Am I missing something here? mean, they give us 2 weeks to do it. Yeah, this is obviously a two-legged match, but am I blind? Am I not seeing Porto? I'm only seeing the away leg for Porto. That could be a strange one. So I'm not entirely certain how we're going to go about figuring that out. Huh. Well, let's plan to see Chelsea. We're going to go ahead. We're going to finish the episode with Chelsea, and then we'll pick back up. Hopefully by then we will have figured out where the second leg of the Porto match is going to be. And we can go from there, starting in the next episode. So I will be back for Chelsea. What a freaking joke this has been. Since I left you with that 1-1 draw, we lost handily to apparently a Sunderland bogey team. We've played them 4 times in the save, and we've lost 3 and drawn once. So, yeah, Aston Villa sucks for us. And then we stayed at home for a televised match against Crystal Palace, and that was atrocious. I know it says that we had 12 shots, 5 on target, but I don't think we got a single one of those until like the 55th minute. It was a 0 highlight first half for this game, and only thanks to a Kurt Zuma header and then giving up just a dumb goal to Omar Marmoush had us finish in one of the dumbest little draws there ever done was. But we got to move on. Hopefully this is just a hiccup and we can pick back up against Chelsea, because we have really, really screwed up our form. We started this episode in first place with a game in hand. We are now in third place, even on games, but 3 points behind leaders Arsenal and behind Liverpool on goal differential. So, not great. But we must move on. Champions League is cruising along. We will play Porto. The second game finally showed up. We will play Porto in back-to-back weeks. I don't know why it was missing, but it was, and whatever. So we are looking at this. I don't really know what to do, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to have to put Talal Haji in, because Hugo Ekitike has been, you can see his form has been abysmal. He hasn't scored since the 11th. He hasn't scored in a month since Leeds. Before that, he was doing well as an advanced forward. We made the switch to complete forward, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe I should switch him back to complete forward, but he's been trash. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll move him back to advanced forward and see where that gets us, because he has been god-awful. Both Samardzic and Ouedraogo went out with injuries in that Aston Villa game, and we were able to substitute one of them and then immediately got the second injury, and we had no more subs left because it was late in the game. So we played a man down 3 goals. It was just crap all around. So hopefully we can do a little bit better. Our lineup for today is a tiny bit rotated, but I'm really, really hoping that we can just push through, rely on the strengths that got us here to pull out of this nosedive. We have Owusu Aduro in goal, Sosa, Branthwaite, Ballard, Masori across the back, Martel and Wharton at the double pivot, Adingra, Karetsis, and Elliott across the attacking midfield 3, and then Hugo Ekitike up back as an advanced forward in hopes that turns his nonsensical run of form around. Everybody seems motivated going into this game, and golly, do we need them to be. We are in the 5th minute. Ekitike, for whatever reason, is taking a corner out to Branthwaite, who misses it. Elliott gathers to Wharton. He's going to play it back to Elliott. Elliott hits. What a sweet strike that was. All right, we're at least more active. We have another corner kick. Ekitike puts it into the box, and I really thought Branthwaite was going to finish that. He's done a really great job, Jared Branthwaite, of stepping in as that corner threat, that free kick threat, when I have Zuma off the field, as I do now. Harvey Elliott is injured. We're going through another spell of stupid injuries. And again, I have the best physio staff in the league. I have the best sports scientist staff in the league. Maybe it's because I don't have enough of them. You know how difficult it is to get freaking sports scientists in this game. But, or it's not difficult to get them. It's difficult for you to convince the club that you need more than one. Like, what Premier League club is just rolling around with one person in their sports science department? That's crazy. So this has been kind of a lame attempt. See, I say that, and then Chelsea's going to go and score. Ooh, all right, Karetsa takes it and puts it right to a Chelsea player. Sosa's going to go up the field. Adingra leaves Karetsa short, but he does some magic to get it out to Sosa. Sosa's going to get it across the box, and Harvey Elliott, hobbled as he is, goes and finishes. All right, we needed that. We needed a calming goal to really put us in a position where we could go from strength. Sosa beats, I mean, what is that? 6 people chasing him down that left side, and he's able to hold all of them off to find Harvey Elliott crashing in from the right wing. All right. I'm hoping that we can use this decent start to play a bit more defense than we have the last 3 games, because it's been pretty abysmal, and that's going to... I mean, you heard the words coming out of my mouth, and that's going to be a dumb goal. But Owusu Adoro makes the double save coming all the way across the box, Superman style, to keep that out, and we are able to clear. Chelsea has been the more clinical. They have 5 shots, 4 on target, to our 7 shots, 3 on target. But they have yet to put it in the back of the net. I'm anticipating that happening any moment now, because they are just sitting at the edge of our box. Malo Gusto into Thomas and Thomas Partey. Biscuits. I love scoring those. Top of the box, cutting it back to the free runner. I mean, he's free. Like, literally nobody is in there. And he goes and shapes it into the top right corner to Owusu Adoro's left. And Chelsea has parity again right at the end of the half. I can't say that they don't deserve it, because statistically they have been right there with us. I just told the boys that the scoreline doesn't reflect the pattern of play, but I think maybe in the other direction. I know our XG is a little better, but for them to be planted right outside our box as they have been all game, and to only have scored once. Borna Sosa is also injured. Oh my gosh. Gimp to Gimp. Sosa gets bumped off the ball. Elliott goes to put it into the back post, Mohamed Salah style, and Jorgensen is able to collect. All right, well, I'm going to have to make changes here. Harvey Elliott is going to come off. I think Ekitike is going to go out wide there. Talal Haji can go up top, and then Borna Sosa is going to have to come off for Ryan Ait-Nouri. Adingra has been not great, so I'm going to put Malero in. Or do I keep Ekitike on, Karetsis out wide, and then Samardzic through the center? I think I'm going to go with that for right now. We get the same rotation, but we have a bit more maturity in that attack. Let's encourage the boys. Chelsea has a throw in again. Moise Caicedo gets the ball taken by a sliding Samardzic, but that does nothing. Raheem Sterling goes and puts it wide. All right, we have some more tired people. Ekitike is sleepy. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. My mouse, I swear. Anybody want to send me a mouse? I would much appreciate that, because I literally cannot be bothered with this stupid nonsense anymore. All right, we're going to put big body Kurt up there. Hopefully we can have him pull a goal on a corner kick or a free kick and help us squeak this one out. We're in the 80th minute now. What do we have a corner? All right, this is our free kick. Zuma time. Back into the box. Offside. Dang. That was weird. Quick play corner. Encourage the boys one last time. This will be the last one that I'll probably be able to fit in. Of course, we have 5 minutes of stoppage time, but they start stoppage time with a Chelsea highlight. Malo Gusto holding the ball up for Moise Caicedo. Nico Jackson. Ooh! Ooh! Does it go off for a corner? Okay. Or a goal kick. All right. That was scary. And I don't believe we are going to get another highlight. So we end the episode on a real downer. I think I can say that I'm pretty disappointed in that. Oh, we have now had the worst stretch of games that we've had all series. We are now very much holding on to a Champions League spot. We are only 2 points ahead of Chelsea. If they win their next game in hand, they will jump us. I mean, we have the potential to go as low as 5th after all of these games in hand are played, which is scary considering we started this episode in first place. I mean, this run of form has been abysmal. Remember that 10-game win streak that we had? We have now only won 2 games in the last 8. I guess the best thing we can pull from that is it's only been 2 losses and only one of them was in the league, I guess. But the next episode, I am going to bring you back for the home leg of Porto and the Chelsea final, the Carabao Cup final. So we will see the Carabao Cup final, see if we can pull in our first bit of silverware in the series, and then we will come back 3 days later for our second leg of the Champions League knockout playoff against FC Porto. We'll see what happens. If you enjoyed that episode, I would love for you to spend some time and watch an episode here. It helps with the minutes, it helps with the views, it helps with everything that YouTube cares about. But I can't do this without you all. So all the interaction you'd be willing to give, comments, likes, subscriptions, all of that stuff, much appreciated. Thanks for watching.